Hey everybody, this is Peter and Walter and Aaron. We're going to be closing out Tsushima here. Chris is on as well. Hey Chris, if you can hear us.
Morning, Chris. Morning, Aaron.
Good morning. Oh, I'm in the show. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
if you want to be in, that's cool. If you want me not to remove you, that's also fine. If you'd rather. Um,
So here on the Russian flagship, I was cooking shiniki. I was getting concerned it was going to get away from me, but I'm here on time.
all right, so I need to start doing a little bit of planning here, y'all. So
The the cook informs me it's Ukrainian, not Russian. So
ah,
so you know.
just in case.
That's why it's on time.
Somebody has some pancakes this morning. That's
Yep, cheese filled.
Let's see what we got here.
Serve with sour cream and fruit. It really seek it out. You got a Russian restaurant around or a Ukrainian restaurant?
yeah, I'm gonna have to try that recipe myself. It sounds like a pretty good, healthy meal.
All right, Mr. Admiral, just waiting for your orders, sir.
All right, I'm finding my cards and going through them right now. Okay, here are your flags to the 2nd Battleship Division, turn in succession, starboard 60. And the other flags that are already up from previous turns, so that would be just to continue order, are to the destroyer divisions, which are both now on attack runs. And then the one thing to note, when you write down that you're preparing torpedoes, you should say whether they're port or starboard.
Acknowledged.
That's good. That's just one flag. Back to me.
I'm taking my time making this just so I am honest about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I know where all my paperwork is from last time. Okay, hello ships. All right, I know the speeds. 15 and 26. Okay. All right, I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
I'm really not sure what a turn in succession when you're line abreast means.
It means. Let me make sure I've got it right, because there's the fall of the leader mode.
Well,
which
what
I think
I would,
you're in. It's by division, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
if somebody gave me that order, I would interpret it as get back in line.
Yeah.
That's what I would interpret it as well.
That was my intention, because you remember I gave you that order last turn, and your ships all made the turn to port together. The idea being that that now you can be back in line, go in the direction you were going before. So.
Yeah.
Because our immediate problem is you're too close to those 4 destroyer flotillas. That's even in this era, that's intimidating. If those were all spruances, we'd be on the bottom already. If they could penetrate us.
Give me a moment, still working on this. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I don't think we know how the gun battle is going to go yet, because the first piece of the battle was most of the Russians against one Japanese division. So I think we're going to find out new British ships beat old Russian ships in the next phase here. Let's see. Make sure I had given my.
By the way, in case anybody needs it, this is a really good compass that I have here. If you want a copy of it, here's a copy of it.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Trying to keep myself honest on this. And I keep myself honest on the standard versus emergency because. So let's see.
I hear you there. And then a thing that I had forgotten that you reminded me of last time is if there is printed material on the map, put your mouse over it and press Alt to expand it.
Yes.
Wow.
I also have another cool tool here, by the way. This is by Tom, by the way, for credit's sake. If you ever want to have really granular, you can stick this around your.
That's fantastic for things like
Yeah.
narrow versus broad and gun arcs. That's great. Thank you, Tom. Sorry you're busy today.
Okay, let me think here. Mamma mia.
I love these rules, and I like that we don't have to fuss with chances of collision.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
going
probably
through
one of the best
lines and
rules.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best rules is that there are no rules for that. All right. No, I mean, no, I totally.
I agree with you. Yeah, I was playing.
See with the scale.
I was playing a space game, and we knew that the ship models were the map scale was several thousand kilometers, and there are collision and there's ramming and boarding rules. And I told people the first time we played it, if you ram me, I'm just going to pack my stuff up and go home because we're in space. But it's Warhammer, so it's very, very thematic.
Oh, but the one thing I did want to call out from a technical perspective is we started, and we already took care of these, but as you accrue DCR, we're going to put these yellow markers.
Easier to keep track who's crippled and things like that.
Then that way we accrue it, and then I think we don't. I can't remember how we did it, but I can't remember why it came up last time. But
yeah,
we'll
it's important to know how many you've taken during the current turn.
Right.
And there's not a spot on the sheets to record that. That may have been what those were for.
No, it was
because
it was because they didn't take effect.
Right. During the current turn till you roll the class
the total until you got all of your damage.
Right. So I think those can come off now, but each turn we should track so we know how many to go back and roll at the end for the class 3. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right. That was why you have to wait to roll the class 3. So,
and And this is an EQ, of course, you're tracking damage points and damage tiers, so there's even more record keeping. Yeah.
Okay, I am. Let me check my.
I have a question for you. A friend of mine asked me, do you have a game, tabletop or computer, that you would look to for simulating UAV or USV combat? Like electronic warfare, all that stuff.
Interesting. For that's inclusive of everything else about modern, like Littoral.
Well, I think modern warfare in general could be what the game is, but that you say, oh, this does a good job with drones.
Well, the one game I will say kind of handles all of that aspect very well, and it's not a computer game, unfortunately. No.
Well, tabletop's fine. My friend's looking for he's a military contractor, so that's his focus.
Then I would immediately tell him to get Littoral Commander when that comes out.
Littoral Commander.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. It handles unmanned vehicles very well. It handles deception, mil deck as well, military deception as well, very well. Again, it might not be the exact scale potentially he's looking for, but if he's looking to do South China Sea kind of littoral combined arms, perfect game.
Yeah. Which publisher is that?
It's being published by Dietz Foundation. If he does a search on Littoral Commander, he'll find it. If you look on Board Game Geek for Littoral Commander, you'll find the rules too. They released the rules recently. They
perfect. That's probably gonna. Dietz Foundation. There we are. I will send that to him.
Yeah, it was written by Sebastian Bay out of George Washington University. who is in the defense industry.
I may also ask this gentleman to get in touch with you. So.
Oh, sure, totally. Yeah, I would play that. I have the vassal for that. So if he ever wants to play that, I would play it openly. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a good one. I think they'll eventually have a tabletop simulator module for it as well.
That would be awesome.
So
yeah.
Cool
okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's the plug. That's our plug. That was our very natural and completely unrehearsed plug.
That was not staged, folks. He really did ask me that question. So.
Okay. I know what I'm doing. And I can paste it here if you want to see it, but no, kind of just go ahead and go for it if you want. Let me see some of these. I need to just look up some of the max knots on some of these destroyers here. Give me a second. Where the heck are you? Flotillas. You can start moving if you are intending to.
Let's see. Get my brain organized here. Let's see. Okay, so if he's doing...
Need to look up what is the darn... Okay, here's an open question. What is the max acceleration on the destroyers? Did we determine that was?
Yes. Last time, Rich said that as written, they can just go as fast as they want.
Nice. Okay. Yet another nice grand scale amalgamation. I like that. All right, so okay. And then you have to split that up pretty considerably. Look that up real quick.
Am I in some sort of read-only mode? Am I in a watch mode only or something? Because I can't seem to move anything. Or
you have to pick a side, like pick a color.
Hold on, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you, and then I'll graduate both of you. Hold on.
User error. Thank you.
Let me promote both. I just promoted you both too, so in case you need to copy anything. All right.
Thank you.
I need to find the chart for how far you go and split it up. All right. Bear with me. As soon as I find this, I will start kicking into gear here.
Fatigue is down to 10, 2.6.
Where are you? Command phase movement. Where's movement? There's movement. All right, up to okay. I think I actually might have included it here. Yes, I did. All right, so okay, so.
Oh, we lost a ship.
Oops.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we're gonna go. And then, do we recall the max turn on the destroyer flotillas as well? Or did we just say it was not? Did we also say that it was? You could turn as much as you wanted with the destroyer flotillas?
That I thought was printed somewhere, but let me look at the.
Let me find it.
It wouldn't make sense for them to be able to to
No.
spin. So there's got to be some
They-
kind of
I would
limit.
think it's probably 180, but let's go look at that.
That's exciting. They at 4-minute scale, they probably could do 180.
anything.
It is not on the sheet, so probably is going to be just point-to-point movement. Just fascinating. I've been doing nice arcs of movement with the ships. I guess the limitation they would do as ordered. So if you ordered a 180,
Yeah,
you would be breaking it into all those segments. So
well, right, but
right. Well, this one's going to be exciting. I will wait till you've moved the third division in front of me there with my destroyers. So. But just to note, I've moved my right hand destroyer flotilla, but not my left hand one yet. So my immediate problem is my best ships are my first battleship division, and they are drifting away from the battle. They've ended up quite separated from the second division in fine Russian fashion.
What makes my ships want to turn turtle? That's so very antisocial of them.
I'm not clear. I mean, you're just left clicking and dragging them, right?
Yeah, that's.
Maybe they're landing on something. Yeah, there you landed on your nice Imperial Navy Jack. Oh dear. That's very close. So something terrible happened yesterday in Texas. I'm sure you've all seen.
It was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I took it very personally because I've met those folks. That's the 1B-17 I've flown on. So Texas Raiders. I would understand that there were only 9 in flying condition in the world, so that is a big loss. And of course, everyone on both planes gone in a flash.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Oh, no.
It gets worse. I understand that was the retirement flight for the pilot of the B-17. So you couldn't ask for more bad things all at once.
I'm gonna take these fire markers out of the way here.
Yeah.
And then we'll use them here in a moment to mark for any.
The fact that I kept sailing away and he needed to do the turns in succession. Are you sure that's the? Oh, I guess it is the Japanese. That's the flotilla that I guess you just went right through our line. So
I don't like this.
Yeah. So
Going max speed.
That's a lot of unengaged guns.
Nuts.
That's a lot of unengaged guns that can open up though at close range. So we'll see how many of those destroyers get to actually shoot their torpedoes. If any of them do, it will definitely change the tactical situation in a hurry. The classic torpedo run, though. Did you order?
Yes.
Torpedoes. I guess it makes sense, right? They would have been port, and they're still port the way you did it. Goodness. And you slowed them down because they're turning, right?
Right.
They won't.
Yeah, they only went about 6 inches.
Gotcha. So their top speed's higher than mine. It's 30 something, right?
That's 30. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you would have gone. You would have gone the equivalent of 22 knots, so 5.72.
All right. So I think they're actually back a little bit.
I must have some sort of snap to grid on.
Hold on a second. I don't. Well, you might want to right click your. You shouldn't have any snap to grid on.
If I right click and then what am I looking for?
Toggles. Yeah, you shouldn't have any snap to grid on the.
Yeah, just all right. That's probably my bad. It's probably my error.
So my first battleship division is the newest, and it looks like I could sail away from the Japanese. So, I'm starting to think. Some of us are getting to Vladivostok. Oh, I'm just hoping those are the Russian ships with broadside with secondary batteries that he's next to. Because if not, this is going to hurt.
Oh, look, they've come out to play.
Yep. That squadron that's to your starboard, those 3 ships nearest, do those have secondaries?
Uh,
We're doomed.
you're asking deep and meaningful questions here. You know that, right?
I'm just thinking about what can you do about the fact that you suddenly have them all like at perfect torpedo range. You're going to have to decide, and we won't even discuss because I can't see what's happening.
Torpedoes in this age, they're never going to hit anyway. I just trust a fortune.
You're going to want to think about what your next maneuver is, because at this point your captains are going to, whatever infant Russian torpedo doctrine there is, you're about to follow. So the question, like I always read about them turning into the torpedoes. So that's an option, but man, you're close.
And the good news for us and the bad news for them is, yes, I have secondaries on those ships.
Oh, good. So if you can silence those ships before they fire, they don't fire the torpedoes.
Yeah, you mean they don't fire torpedoes very well when they're underwater?
That's right. So that's our best hope of not losing a couple ships at this point, I think.
And at this range, my secondaries are firing like machine guns.
You're so close if you have machine guns. Just think if you had any aircraft weapons. Obviously, if you did, you'd be firing them too. This is in Sea Creek. There's barrage mode, and there's the like all the pom-poms and so on would get to roll and so on. A little more abstracted here. Well, we'll see. This will be an instructive turn. I got my own death ride going on. I think I will be in position to fire also this turn.
Actually, the chance of hitting could be quite nice because it's actually under 1250, right? So that's plus
right.
8.
You're gonna blast away, and they'll get to fire their guns, obviously. So they may actually hurt you. Yeah.
I'm rolling to see which way the Chitose is locked. Chance you cannot turn one. I cannot turn to port, so I can only turn to starboard. So that's better. All right.
That's what you want.
That's what I wanted, and he's going to try to get back into position here. It's not though. Okay.
Yeah, the way it worked out was definitely a stroke of luck for us that we could isolate on one division like that. It masked, I think, how much more gunpowder you have than we do in the main battle lines. All right, now my guys.
Okay, now let's look at my orders again to be sure I do this right. All right, so there. So 60 was 60. And there going. 17.
Has the Russian Navy ever had a very positive result at sea?
I'm trying to think of any positive examples since Peter the Great's time. There was is it Suvorov in the Aegean in what, the Napoleonic era? Oh, what's his? I'm gonna show my ignorance here. But anyway, that's probably the best they did when they were cooperating with the British in the Mediterranean. Now I'm going to look at my torpedo sheets. Oh my goodness. These must be actual
On the-
Whitehead torpedoes.
On the British runs during World War II to, was it Murmansk or whatever? Were the
Yeah,
Russian,
Archangel, Murmansk. Yeah, that stuff.
Were the Russians also supporting those, or?
A tiny bit. I mean, they really didn't have a fleet up there to speak of.
Hmm.
And of course, their Baltic, what was left of the Baltic fleet was bottled up, been shelled and all that stuff. They had run their navy down pretty thoroughly before World War II anyway.
I like this cruiser that's got its rudder jammed and I assume just going around in circles, right?
he has to roll each turn to see which direction.
Yeah,
he
it's
can
pretty
turn.
fun.
Yeah,
Good times.
Seems a bit odd. Your rudder's jammed, but it's just flipping around, right? Flip flopping around, and you go left and right.
It's
random.
you can't control it properly. Yeah, where did that? I keep losing my destroyer division sheets.
Say something about the Japanese. They're making very pretty pictures.
Indeed. Let's see.
It's not gonna be much of a great picture right here in a second, probably.
No, I got one more turn till I can do my.
All right, so that's.
Torpedo strike.
I think that's. Let me just make sure I've gotten everybody. Be good on Russian side. Oof, who's this?
There we are. Okay. So, yeah, torpedoes. They have plenty of range. Don't worry about it.
Oh Lord. Okay. But at this point, okay. So they were, in all cases, I'll be pretty open about this. These guys were obviously ordered to fire their torpedoes, and they don't. I mean, there's no explicit flag to say torpedoes port or starboard. Like you were.
Yeah, it's an optional rule, and you just note it on the
Oh,
ships or the flotilla. That's
well,
doing it. Yeah,
we're definitely doing the. Let's be clear. We're gonna do the optional. We're gonna do the optional predictions. Absolutely.
right.
But I don't.
Also, as you know, obviously you would not fire the torpedoes on your left-hand flotilla because your own ships would be
this one,
right. Your own ships
I
are in the
intended
right,
that, but they're blocking
Right.
intentionally at this point, so they at least can't get all the line on them. But whatever, it's fine. Yeah,
but you do have two flotillas on either side of us that could fire,
right.
and yeah.
But I have to. But it's starting to move now, right?
What's fun is torpedoes that miss their target. Your own flotilla is close enough. I mean, just obviously, if you're firing the flotillas on either side, you are potentially going to run into your own fish.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's fine.
But you're short and you're fast, so not to worry. What are the
right?
odds?
Exactly. But they were ordered to fire, but the torpedoes do not move.
No, they would not. They would not fire.
So I have
right.
to.
They would not fire if they didn't have a fire solution. I mean, they're human beings. They're not going to robotically shoot fish at their own ships.
Right, but no, what I'm saying is the torpedo rules. You are ordering them, and they do not move and attack until the following round.
Yeah, after the gunfire phase this turn, you'll
Right.
do the actual launches from the ships that are capable, and the next turn we see how it goes with the prediction rules and so on. I like the prediction rule. Without it, I think the torpedo rules would be too determinative. It would be too likely to get a hit.
Where the heck I put them?
Although, as you'll note, your one torpedo hit was extremely low odds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think that was your actual 01, wasn't it?
Yep, that was the only one we had.
That was the 01.
Right.
Amazing.
Where the heck did I put the torpedo? Hold on a second. I'll pull it in here a second.
Well, you look at historical torpedo successes, and you have stuff like Java Sea, where the Allied fleet just turned into the torpedoes. They were clear of them if they just sailed straight, and they didn't actually know the torpedoes were coming.
Here comes my mega torpedo hatchet.
Oh no! That's definitely going to sink a 19th century British battleship.
All right, now.
That Russian battleship. I got Brits on the brain. All right, so I do believe we're around to gunfire. Do you want to do the Japanese
Hold on 1 second. I got some
2 hits
going on in
first?
my room.
So,
Give me 1 second.
all right. Oh yeah, I gotta start sorting out what my ships are doing. Where'd the Borodino go? There it is. Okay.
All right, now. All right, so what I was trying to point out before was that I basically have to predict for where you're going to be at the end of next round.
You're predicting the maneuver. You're also doing a bearing, right?
Right, but okay, so I'm predicting how much you're moving this following round, correct? You're right, obviously, right? Okay. But I think the point being is that you still need to be in range too, that following round. So this is what's confusing me a little bit. So
Right, or you wouldn't
you
take the
just wouldn't
shot.
fire.
You wouldn't
Okay,
waste the torpedo.
all right.
Yeah.
So, but I basically have to predict where you're going to be at the end of the following movement. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to need to make a list of this. All right, so what I'm going to do is use a notation of like 1 1 1 2 1 3. I'm not going to use their names. All right, so
5 Borodino. There we go. I may have just stated the turn. No, that looks right. I can't really tell you if it's turn 7 or 8.
I think this is 8, but that's
Yeah.
just a guess at this point. I think it's 8 though. All right, so I've ordered all these right now. Now I'm ordering these. Okay. For a specific prediction.
Yakima. Okay. I know what my closer flotilla is doing. Let's see. Actually, what's the range on the flotillas? I got to pull out the flotilla sheet. There we are.
Let's see.
I seem to recall the flotillas had a firing range. Let's see. F2,
I don't know, my
flotilla versus flotilla.
predictions.
23.
Oh boy.
Did we note at any point what the range of flotilla fire on flotillas is?
I think it was 4,500
Okay.
max.
All right, they're out. But this flotilla will fire on this flotilla.
Mhm. Let me see.
And that's the number of ships firing is the number on the left side for the FCS number. So
Firing.
easy peasy. 5 shots on
Yeah,
the 6.
it's in section 6.4.
Okay.
Top 2. Flotilla versus flotilla. It mentions that range.
Yep, there we are. Okay. 4,500 yards. There we are. Let's see.
This is my OCD-ness, but mind if I close this up properly? Mind if I adjust this ship here? Is this supposed to be within 500 yards in a line right here?
Yeah, please.
Yes, it would be. Yeah. Yeah,
Here, I'm
they've
just-
all been operating
Sorry,
as
it's just
force
my
formations. Yeah.
OCD-ness.
Right.
There you go. Is that better? Is that please?
Yep.
You can correct.
Thank you.
So he says here, the chance of an effect. Firing an enemy flotilla, there's an 18% chance of inflicting if the flotilla's actually is 18. Okay, so it's just a 6% chance for each of my ships. You're very optimistic.
I'm just getting some stuff ready.
Yeah. So the Russians start rolling?
Yep, go down the line's fine.
Okay. Aaron, do you want to start this time?
Sure. So,
Sure. All right, let's start. Before we get too deep into it, let's start.
We want to look at our targets. Yeah.
I
have.
Who's this Labo? Oh, wait, you want to do yours first?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
My 4 are Asana, Yakumo, Tokiwa, Adzumo.
Okay, say that one more time. Sorry, I missed it.
Asana,
Starting.
Yakumo, Tokiwa,
Asama. Okay.
Yeah. Adzumo.
Azuma, right?
Right. Azuma. Yeah. Sorry. I had 2 ships kind of.
Sorry, they're so alike.
Yeah. That's what they say about our names. Anyway.
All right, let's see. All right, so just that's it for there. And then Oslovia. What will you be targeting?
Slovia.
the Asai. So basically,
Asai,
this one on this one,
right
this one
here.
on this one, this one on this one, this one on this one.
Okay, so like
Yes.
right here. Okay.
Yeah.
And these are the same in each case. Are these the same as last round?
These are the same targets that they had last time.
So that's the primaries in the 2nd division. Is the 3rd division? Is anyone in the 1st division switching targets with secondaries? Like the last ship probably could fire the flotilla.
The 1st division is the cruiser division, right? Oh, are you talking about the 1st
I'm talking
division?
about your battleship divisions, like the one you just did the targeting for.
Yeah, that's the 2nd division, right?
Right.
Yes.
The last ship in line could switch its secondaries on the starboard side
That
to
would be
the
good.
flotilla, and then the question is whether you have 2 FCS for the secondaries.
If it's the first fire, yeah, they would have full.
Right.
Oh,
If
you're
it's not a new target, yeah.
Well, did their secondaries fire on a different target last turn? Yes, then it would be a half.
Right. Now we are talking if there's two fire directors, and we're talking guns that haven't been used. So that would be, I think, an interpretation question. I've got a fire director and fresh guns. Yeah.
Then are we just saying? Well, are we just saying just by port or starboard that it would be that way? I mean, is that?
I would think
what we're
so
saying?
if there are multiple directors. But I don't
thought
know.
multiple
I guess
directors were forward and aft.
yeah. Well, the question is whether they would use both directors or if one's just a secondary fire director. I think the rules as written say it would be half, so we can go with that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
just
there's
keep
a bunch.
Me honest when I do it, then.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of guns that can fire now that are on the starboard side of the ship, so they should get used. And if there's a director, then they'll both have directors. So
Yes, yeah. And my assumption in that is that I think we're doing it right by using the half.
I think half's correct. Yeah. So Nakhimov, does it have two functioning secondary fire control directors?
That's a good question.
It does.
Okay. So yeah, you would use the starboard guns on the flotilla. I'm pretty sure there'd be no reason not to do that. So
I see what you're saying now, and the fact that if you're using a director that really has been used,
but the rules say half, so we'll do half. Let's not go.
Yeah.
Actually, the Nakhimov correction. The Nakhimov actually doesn't have any secondaries anyway, so it's
okay.
right?
So you're just going to keep using the primaries. Although, you only have one director, so you could do local fire with one turret that's idle. So you may as well do that. That'll be fun. That's just be half your FCS number.
Yeah, for the Nakhimov, it's moot because he doesn't have any secondaries anyway.
But you have a primary turret that has no director and no target other than the flotilla. So you would order local fire with that turret.
Okay, all right, good.
That's gonna be fun. We haven't done that before.
If you mean trying to roll 0-1 is fun, then yeah, okay.
No, it's gonna be better than that because you're so close. But it will half your FCS number. So
right. All right, let's go.
Some chance that the light cruisers will actually get to engage the
so
other
let me just
flotillas.
Let me. What about what is your?
So these will aim at this circling light cruiser or armored cruiser.
All of them are going to concentrate on him.
Wow.
All right, that's cool.
And
so
then there's
over concentration.
And how many secondaries are firing on the flotilla?
And then all the secondaries here and
the cruisers fire. Right, the cruisers can't fire through the battle line. It's the only thing.
Okay, so then that's the only target will be here, right?
Right.
Secondary.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you can't fire over the same height within 5 inches.
And I think they're all target size 1, cruiser and battleship alike. Let me confirm.
Yeah, they are. But I think
that's what I was saying. The battle line's clearly obscuring the cruiser shot at that one flotilla.
Yeah.
Now the flotillas in front of and to port are all valid targets. So
yes, I concur.
So that light cruiser line could just blast away at the flotilla to the left with the ships in back, other than the one that's to the right.
And then obviously the starboard secondaries would open up against this flotilla here.
I think you have to pick one side.
Well, it's a question of fire directors. But does it say somewhere you can only? I mean, you should be able to fire in both directions. It's just a question whether you can direct the fire.
Let me think if I'm. Hold on a second. Let me. Got so many darn rule sets in my head.
But for calling Sea Creek, and
I'm thinking it's a different rule set. I'm thinking
because if you think about real naval actions, there are plenty of examples of firing in both directions, just depending on the arrangement of the gun.
No, I'm thinking of Seawees Pockham that it gives you it kind of compresses it even more. So you can.
Yeah. It'd be an interesting question to Rich next you chat with him.
So if it means anything for all my ships with secondaries, they all have 2 directors for the secondaries.
Yeah, but I think you're going to fire. Yeah, you're going to fire all the secondaries in arc at the flotilla. So
this flotilla here, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think you should start rolling.
Okay, so let's open up at the front.
And this is going against Asahi, right here. This one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let me
And
get that sheet.
what is your rate of fire and your FCS?
So I roll 14. So that sounds positive.
It sure
Sounds
does.
potentially good. Yes.
How many rounds? What's the FCS?
All right.
Target speed is 17. That would be a. Let's see. Are you broad or not?
That's broad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So we.
Yep.
I've actually. I think I've lost a turret on this guy actually.
Let me look. Hold on.
Bow turret out of action. Yeah.
Yeah, bow turret out of action, primary and secondary.
So it's 2 guns.
Rate of fire?
And what is the range? Sorry. That will be medium, right? I probably.
You're at 7,300.
So it's
Depending
medium.
on the gun,
3.
that's probably medium. Yeah.
So that's a total of 6 shots.
6 shots on what's the FCS?
An FCS on broad, and what is your speed, please?
17.
6, 7. For your size.
I've seen enough. That's 1 hit.
Cool.
All right. Hit location.
Hold on. Now we're going to check vertical or horizontal.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what. Yeah. I say location, but it's the vertical or horizontal roll. Yeah.
Stop.
I had bounced over to see the dice. 23 at medium
23.
is vertical. Now, what is your vertical penetration at this range?
It is 5.
And the armor?
Vertical is 6.
Okay, this is a class 2. Another percentile.
That is disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
A 42.
And then Peter has to check his sheets.
42 on a class 2 is a D219.
219.
Loss
of 1 DCR. Our track record's perfect. We're only losing DCR on non-penetrating hits.
Okay, hold on.
Quite anomalous.
So you got a DCR here.
Yeah. And you'll note it on the ship record. Okay.
All right. And I did it on the ship.
Okay.
Information as well. So cool. All right. And that was all. We're still just doing primaries here? Yeah, we're going to go just primaries.
Yeah.
All right. So for Leaky on Fuji.
Oh, wait. If he's got secondaries, then they would fire on the same target. So you may as well roll those now. I forget which of your ships have them. They don't all do it.
You might need to check it.
Obslavia.
21. That's a possible.
That's a possible. Might not, but it's possible. I think.
Given that these things fire like machine guns.
Comparatively, yeah. Your secondaries, you would have 5 in arc. You are medium range.
Rate of 5 of 5. So that's 25.
And your FCS is 3. And I
4.
think
4 maybe for size.
Oh yeah, 4. And then I'm checking. Are we under? Yeah, we're not. No range modifiers. So that's it. 25 rounds on the 4.
Secondaries fire at a different target last round.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 21.
You rolled 21. That's 1 hit with the first 20 rounds.
Oh, hold on. Did these secondaries fire on a different target last round?
I do not believe that I've changed targets.
Okay, which ships would have fired their secondaries at the first Japanese flotilla? I think it was further down the line. The Obslavia was too far forward because the ships behind him. Yeah, okay.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's a hit. So now roll for horizontal or vertical. And remember, next turn you have a 1 improvement in your fire solution. Where's the dice?
I rolled 69.
So that is vertical,
That's
and that's not
vertical.
going to penetrate.
Right.
So it's another class 2. Go ahead and roll that.
Whoa.
Oh, oh, no. I'm sorry.
That's all right. What'd you get though?
Uh,
09.
He got an 09.
No, sorry, 90. 90.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
90
yeah.
is a D248.
All right, we'll look up 248. DE 248. Funnel damage. You have lost a knot of speed.
Duly marked.
Once
No
again,
DCR.
the French Revolutionary Navy hits the English rigging.
There you go.
Okay, next ship.
All right, the Viki has four barrels at a rate of what is the range? It may have decreased, right?
It's at 7.
That's still medium.
Yeah, 7,200. Yeah.
Which is the rate of fire of 2. So a total of 8 shots. An FCS of 6, 7.
All right, your chance to hit is 19%.
All right, let me roll just the dice this time.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, primaries have missed.
It's
My
a miss,
secondaries?
so let me just roll for secondaries to see whether I'm even in the ballpark.
By the way, you can highlight them and just hit R a few times. You
Yeah.
can kind of like box around them and just hit R a few times.
Yeah.
That'll probably give you
All
a
right,
little-
so that number I think we'll have to look up. Do you
What was
remember if you fired at the flotilla with those secondaries last turn?
I don't know if you wrote it down by any chance.
I
For this
did.
guy, how about we call it these guys?
The last
did it?
two. Yeah,
let's just
the
Yeah.
last two for sure.
That's fine. That's fine.
Fired. If they have secondaries, they would have fired at the flotilla. So
I'm okay with that. All right, so I just roll again. Is that what you're saying?
no. We need to actually calculate how many rounds and what your FCS is. Having rolled that.
Wait a minute. What was he rolling here?
That
Oh,
was
he-
the secondaries on the Veliki.
And that
So
was
now, what is your
this-
rate of fire? How many barrels?
That's 15 shots, an FCS of 4.
Okay, that will probably miss, but let's look it up. Yeah, that missed. You had a 20% chance. Okay, so next ship,
Okay.
right here.
Navarin.
The number
And he's going on the.
on the primaries. Could you just check the range, please?
Yep, it's let's see,
It's
7.
actually the next.
about 7.
That was correct, Chip. Yeah. So
Okay, so that's medium. So that's 2. Rate fire of 2, 4 barrels. So 8 shots at 7 FCS.
okay, 22% chance. All right, moving on to the secondaries, if any.
It has secondaries 23.
Okay, how many rounds? What FCS?
So it's 12 rounds.
But it's
And
halved.
FCS of 4.
Okay, but it's halved, so that's not going to do it.
Okay.
And then primaries on the Nakhimov.
Okay. It only has primaries.
Right.
So it has 12 shots at an FCS of 6.
Okay, you're still at medium. If
Mhm.
medium is 6,000, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think
And
they
the
get
36.
We'll do it. And now we have our undirected fire at point
Here.
blank here. You're firing on the flotilla. You get a +8 for the range and half of your FCS, and it's 2 rounds.
From which ship? Sorry.
The
Here.
Nakhimov, the turret that couldn't be directed, is
Okay.
doing local fire. So,
So it's actually it's very short range, right? So it's still
Yeah.
rate fire of 2. So it's 4 shots.
okay. But what's your normal FCS?
is what is the target speed?
Would be 27 to 32 knots.
Wow.
So short, broad,
Okay, that is a 5.
which becomes a 3 plus 8. So we're on the 11 with 4 shots. 11 with 4 shots is a 19% chance.
And I rolled 28. So I missed.
Okay, so the Nakamov is done. All right. On to the Nikolai.
Okay.
Oh, the speedboats win again.
That's right. Primaries, yeah. Primaries are firing on the last ship
On
from
the
the
cruiser.
3rd Division, and the
I remember
secondaries are
there is
firing on
a-
the flotilla.
I
Yeah.
think it's a
Over
-2.
concentration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is the range, please?
that range is probably short. You're at 332, so 3,200.
Yep, that's short.
Right. That will
So-
give you +3 to your solution.
Okay, so and your speed, sorry?
That is. Give me a second.
That might be even slower. That's right.
14.
14. Okay.
Okay, so that gives me 4 shots at a 7%.
Your broad short is only a 7. It might be
My-
higher.
Sorry, it's 7, and then plus what did you say? +3?
+3, and then another one for the target size. So you're on FCS 11.
11.
How many
Yeah.
shots?
4.
Okay. Your chance is the alter familiar 19%.
And I miss.
These ships are woeful. Okay. And now your secondaries are firing on the flotilla. So you have FCS for short range, 27 to 32 knots, +8.
So that's 11.
And how many
For-
rounds?
A woeful 4.
Okay, 4 rounds on the 11. Hey, there we go, 19% chance. This flotilla's going to get its all torpedoes off. Okay.
Miss.
All right, and Apraxin.
Okay, Praxton, 9 shots this time. And it was +4, 11, right? So it's 9 shots at 11.
Yeah, you're short range. He's going 14 knots. You are over concentrated, which takes your speed back down 2, but the range modifier is +3. So you end up 2 higher than your FCS. Give us a roll.
Okay. So that's a 9, an FCS a 9.
9 with how many rounds? Missed. Okay. And secondaries on the flotilla.
All right. Let's just.
Nope.
80,
Oh my
forget
goodness.
it.
How many rounds?
On the, are we going to work it out at an 80%?
No, you might have more than 20 rounds. If you have more than 20
Okay.
rounds, then we would roll again.
No such luck. 16.
Okay, Senyavin. These ships, goodness. Oh yeah, you only have 4 secondaries on that thing. Wow. Senyavin, same woeful setup.
Okay, he has against the cruiser. He has 12 rounds,
Okay.
and he's FCS is 7, 8. Was it plus how much for?
Yeah, it's the same odds as everything else, but your rear turret is out of arc. So cut the the amount number of rounds in half.
Okay, so that's 6 rounds.
Okay, just roll it.
Nope.
And your secondaries. Just roll that. Oh my goodness, you hit. Okay, now we got to figure out if it's 1 or 2 hits. Okay, so that's only that is 12 rounds, and now we gotta figure out your okay, short broad. is 4, and then the range takes us to 12. 12 shots.
What
12
made it
rounds.
12 rounds? Sorry.
Your rate of fire at this range is 16 is 8.
Yeah, is 8, right?
So 16 rounds because it's 2 guns. So 16 rounds on the. I just lost the number. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 chart, 16 rounds. That 03 was good news. That, sir, is 3 hits.
Mm.
All right. So now we're going to roll on damage to flotilla ships, chart F1 3 times.
A
Wait,
76.
hold on a second. Who are you firing on? I thought you were doing Shitossi still.
No. These are the secondaries firing on the flotilla.
Oh, here? These guys?
No.
Which
No, the last battleship in line.
This guy firing on which flotilla?
The flotilla to his starboard.
Okay.
Okay, so the first effect is 1 torpedo tube is out of action on 2 of your ships. So whatever your number of tubes is, reduce it by 1 on 2 ships.
All right, so do we need to roll for that at all? Or
You would, however you want to randomize which ships it is.
All
Yeah.
right, hold on a second. Let me do this honestly here. All right.
You got a 4-sided die sitting around?
Just hold on. Probably. Gotta go to my dungeon to get that.
Yeah, I was gonna search for it with your feet.
That's funny. Did you try that? Was that on purpose? Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I just lost. Flotillas.
Well, I remember that feeling. It's worse than a Lego.
Oh yes. Caltrips, ninja caltrips. They were.
I have never seen anyone use that. It's like Stranger Things would have been the best bet. Like, we need to slow them down. We need caltrips. We should use our 4-sided dice.
That's awesome. Oh, we need to write that in. Oh,
That's
man.
right.
All right.
Oh,
I think they can probably work it into the last season. Maybe. All right.
yeah.
Maybe. Which one is this? Which division is this? Doesn't matter. It's the first destroyer division. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at this.
The life you save may be your own.
Oh, we only have. Oh shit! We only have 2 on them, so they're gone on 2 of them. I'll just do it from the rear 2. Does that make sense?
I would think it would just randomize through the 4.
We randomize it. We're sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't really kind of. Right.
Roll a 10-sided die. Go by 2s. Ignore a 9 or a 0. Okay, so lead ship, and then it has to be 2 different ships from the way it's raised. Yeah. That was cool. Bounced tire. All right. Let's just say that's the last ship. So first and last. All right. So now you're going to roll percentile again there for the second hit on the flotilla.
A 94.
All
Which
right.
Hoping means graze the paint.
Flotilla division leader orders all ships to abort attack and reverse course on an additional roll of 0-1 to 75. All right, roll again. Oh, continues. All right, one more percentile. One more percentile.
You know, it's just poor gamesmanship when you laugh at your opponent. You know that, right?
Oh, exactly.
All right,
65.
One ship is in danger of sinking due to flooding.
All right.
And it must roll in the next 2 turns. On a roll of 0-1 to 25, it will sink. So let's do the first roll now.
Let's get a darn D4 for this. Hold on. We need D4.
Yeah, we need D4.
Do I roll that, or does my opponent roll that?
Oh, I think you should go ahead and roll it.
Hold on. Let's give you a nice color on here. I'm going to give you like a magenta. Hold on. Right here.
Okay, first turn, it did not sink. So now we can change that to a 1.
Well, I need to figure out which one, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the which one.
Number 4, last one in line, makes total sense. That's the one that has, in a turn, a chance of sinking again.
One more chance?
Yeah.
Can I just roll it now and be done with it?
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. That's just for.
Okay, you want sink. Okay. That takes all the suspense out of it. So that whole flotilla is going to get a ton of fish in the water at the end of the turn. Yeah.
Well, not this guy and not this guy, right? Because they're out.
They lost the tube.
Right. They only have 2.
Oh, okay. Whew.
So
That's
that
good.
means
What a
these
relief.
2 guys will be firing, and I did mark down exactly which one those predictions were. So that could be pretty painful for me. So
That's
we'll
right.
see.
Okay. So now, last bit of Russian firing. I have my flotilla firing at your flotilla. So I have 4 rolls for 6. And that is the 5th Destroyer Division being fired on by the 2nd. So 5 rolls for 6%. No. 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 0-0. Just great. All right. So then the only thing left is my battle line.
These guys.
Sorry, did I fire these guys down here? I don't think I did, right?
You did not fire light cruisers yet, so go ahead and do that.
You do that on this.
Yes.
Now that the pea shooter failed on my flotilla. I'll be right back, guys.
So the range is very short.
Mm-hmm.
In effect.
I'm back. Need me for any number crunching?
Well, you're right here. Wait.
So
yeah,
the
it's 21
the Oleg,
yards.
the Oleg only has primers.
All right. Well, there goes that. He can still fire with the primary.
Yep.
So yeah, this torpedo attack right here, this is going to tell us a lot about whether there's a battle to fight after this.
What, this one?
No, your attack. No, mine.
Well, I mean, yours will potentially hit somebody. Yeah.
Well, I have a problem that you're about to experience, or not experience.
So the Oleg has 8 barrels firing at a rate of fire of 7, which is 56 shots.
Hoo-hoo!
And the range is very short, so that would be 11. Actually, no, sorry, you're coming in at probably 27 to 32, right?
Yes.
This guy's going. No.
So that would be.
These guys are going 20, actually.
Oh.
So that would be an FCS of 6 plus whatever additions I've got.
So, yeah, if the range is short enough, it's +8. So 14. And how many shots?
14.
You said 52?
56.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so we're going to have 3 rolls. Tell me the number again. You said 11? What's the final FCS?
The FCS is 8 plus 6, right? So
14, okay. 14. Your headline number here is 74% chance for a hit, and you could get up to 4. And you're going to roll that twice. And then there'll be a third roll for close to odds.
So 59.
59 is a hit. All right, second batch of 20 rounds. That is that's 2 more. And now we are rolling for, you said 56 total, right?
Yep.
All right, you have a 60% chance of another. So we're at 3. Oh my goodness. 09, that's just a 4th hit. No, sorry, 5th. 4th and 5th. So now you get to roll 5 chart F1s.
The first is a 13.
This would be 1 ship is now half speed. Randomize which one. The lead ship. That's not good for a destroyer. The others are just going, goodbye, flotilla leader.
My second roll is a 30.
1 ship must roll 0-1 to 60 to successfully fire torpedoes. Nope, it's our slow guy.
Yeah.
I think they're empty anyway, so.
I think they are. Yeah.
Third hit
is a 92.
Okay, one ship must withdraw from torpedo attack and reverse course.
Well, they're not in a
Right,
torpedo.
it's not applicable.
Team.
What's this one?
And then
It's
my
number 4.
is a 83.
That's a torpedo tube out of action on 2 ships.
I don't think there's. I think that basically
Which
would make
is
them out of action.
sort of meaningless, right?
Yeah. And the last hit, 07. Reduce gunfire rating by 1/2 on 1 ship. It's a lot of fire to obliterate a flotilla.
Yeah.
Sad to say, the Oleg actually doesn't have a secondary, but I guess it doesn't need a secondary when you've got firing like that.
What's this last damage effect?
Is a 07, which is
Reduce gunfire by 1/2.
All right, so the
So your
guy got
two,
that.
right? Your two chance numbers for flotilla fire is 1/2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
I love that they don't have the destroyers fire at the big ships. That really works.
I have a feeling we're only going to get through this turn.
I think so. And then I think we can
I think we're gonna call
make
it
a prediction about the game.
All right, but
okay. There he is.
Okay, so hold on. Before we even,
we have to find out what happens with torpedoes.
Yeah, let's.
But,
you want to go ahead and just do that?
No, I want to shoot my guns.
Yep. Oh, yep. Go for it. Yes.
Okay. And you want to shoot yours? You might think.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So Suvorov, we are firing primaries. We're firing 8 rounds at medium range. At the sauna, yeah. It's going to miss. Secondaries are firing also at medium range on the same target, and that is 30 rounds. I have to look it up. Damn it. Okay, so the FCS is only 3, takes us to 4, 15 rounds. On the 4 is a 20% chance. Okay, next ship is the Alexei
on
Yakima. All right, 36, but it's only 4 rounds. Pretty sure that misses. Yep, okay. And the secondaries. That might hit, because that is 15 rounds. No, 30 rounds. Sorry. Oh, I forgot I'll have to go back to the Suvorov in a second here. 6 times 5. Okay. Yeah. Yes, we are also at medium range there. So 3, 4. No hit last turn. 4 chart, but 30 rounds. 26 for the first 20. All right. So this is the last 10 from the Suvorov.
You got to watch out when it's short range.
Yeah. Last 10, right. Oh boy. Last 10 for the Alexei. Okay, third ship in line. That's going to be the Tokiwa from the Borodino. And here we have the primaries. Nope. And secondaries are only 20 rounds for 1 turn.
Only 20.
Yeah, that might have hit 20 rounds, 24. That is, once again, that's going to be on the, we're in the next range bracket. Long. So that's only 3. So that's 20 rounds on the 3 chart. That misses. Okay. Last ship in line, primaries from the Orel.
So the Zuma.
And like these others, that is... Oh, this is misses because it's only 1 turret. This is turn 7, by the way. Just figured it out. And secondaries, first 20 rounds. No. Last 10 rounds. No. All right, that was futile. So as far as torpedoes, you got to shoot at me before we know. So, all right, all the Japanese fire back.
So hold on. I'm going to take all these out real quick.
Yep.
And let's do this honest. Let's get all this bad boys out.
Oof. Russian futility.
We'll see if I predicted
we
more.
We need those light cruisers in action. They're much better than our pre-dreadnoughts.
For the... Which ones? These guys?
Yeah, his light cruiser squadron detachment is
Pretty. Is
Yeah.
it relatively modern then?
Yeah, like that rate of fire. I mean, you saw the rate of fire compared to the pre-dreads.
Yeah, sure.
These are a
They
lot
can get
of
in there good. Yeah.
yeah. These are a lot of older ships from the Baltic. So
All right. So I have a feeling.
of course they're 120 millimeter guns. The beat up flotilla is pretty good though.
Let's see. What is the valid target here? All right.
It's interesting. It is hard to kill flotillas. Oh, ooh. When was this ship launched?
Just for
1883. No wonder it sucks. They are quick fire guns though. This cruiser has primaries and secondaries.
Okay, I had basically told them they're opposite at this point, so that would be probably what, this guy.
Yep.
Here.
Oh yeah, Vladimir Monomakh. That's a scary ship. It's old though. I'm like, does it have rigging? It's that old.
I'm gonna do 1, 2.
It's a broadside ship.
I'm going to double on that.
Oof.
And then.
You know, the funny thing is, if we were sitting face to face, we'd have finished the whole battle. We'd have done more than 2 hours to go, but we would have cranked through.
I don't know about. Well, yeah, absolutely, but there's just a lot to manipulate here.
Oh,
physically even as well. And if you almost needed like a rules lawyer on each side to help.
Well, you know, when I'm at a gaming convention, there's charts in front of both sides, a couple copies, and people are doing all this stuff in parallel. So
I'm gonna go ahead and quadruple on this bad boy.
The computer system, what was it, Enigma? That sounded interesting.
Enigma sounds awesome. Yes.
Yeah, speed this up considerably.
Yeah, and that's something to watch for whether they decide that it's an end user product. That's really interesting where they're going with that. So.
I'm gonna line this out just so people know. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna concentrate on that.
Wow.
All right, and then we start about here.
Good luck seeing my flags.
Yeah, I don't.
And all those splashes.
Right, exactly. I think we'll do 1-on-1 here. If whatever is, we'll
your last forward, am I?
Let's do. Yeah. We'll do all these, and then we'll do the torps, and then we'll call it probably. But I'm gonna go ahead and just say that we'll try to 1-on-1 back here, whatever makes sense back here. But we'll negotiate that as we go. Oh boy, here we go. You want to do this concentration real quick?
Yeah, that's gonna be -2. The concentration.
Well, I think it's gonna be from 2 couple. 1, 2.
So you'll be 1 lower than your FCS in the end.
Because it starts here with the Azuma. So these 4 are going to be firing on him. Azuma. Let's go ahead and make that. That here. Okay, so Azuma.
So yeah, this is 28 minutes of combat. What we've simulated here.
Total.
Yeah.
We did pretty good with that.
Yeah.
Both sides, I think, as far as how much damage we've done. Some rule systems we wouldn't even be halfway, I think.
Sea Creek with this many ships, we would still be figuring out. We'd still be, I think, at the first torpedo run, no further than that. Yeah. Sea Creek, you'd have to break this into a smaller piece of the action.
Yeah, probably. All right. So
what makes Sea Creek so much slower?
Sea Creek is more detailed with the status of the ships and with you're actually you're simulating the real movement of the torpedoes. So that's one area where it's an elegant system. I love Sea Creek, but I will say, and you'd be doing the flotilla ships individually.
Mm-hmm.
So you're tracking them like the big ships. So
okay, so this is 5.
Which means you really only can do small flotilla actions. It just doesn't scale like this. Which is why they wrote Admiral of the Fleet.
Tsushima. 75. All right, so my primary.
You know, that's highly discouraged writing on the table.
We're in short range, actually.
So it's interesting speculating what would happen next, because my van, my first.
What's your target speed here? 13, is that right?
13. The whole lot is 13.
Yeah. Because my first battleship division is going to basically cross the Japanese T from behind. That's probably the best thing we've got going for us at this point.
Which would actually sound very spectacular, but the range is increasing. You probably wouldn't hit a thing.
My guys are basically going to head northwest. They're going to keep turning kind of in front of you to get us back to where if they want to engage you, they've got me coming in at an angle.
All right, so please vet me. But I'm at 5150. That's short range. FCS -2. The final is 7.
And you got 16 rounds on it.
Rate of 16. So
this is where your gun's rate of fire really trumps ours.
Yeah. All right, and exactly why I got to this distance. All right, so 16. All right, so let's see, 16.
Well, you would close anyway because in the era you're like, I want to hit, So.
I got a 39% chance. I'm using this one right over here. Missed miserably. Okay, so let's do it for the next one. Let's just make sure there's no significant difference before I look. Who is this? Tokiwa. Make sure there's no significant difference with the rate of fire real quick. Actually, the rate of fire is it's the same. FCS is the same as well. So
I think the bottom line, right, even until World War II, I mean, the chance of hitting was right.
All right, let me just roll for the third. I'm rolling friggin' horribly.
You and me both.
All right, all these missed with primaries.
Whew.
All right, so yeah, that was just ridiculous. All right, so whatever. All right. Secondaries, similarly, rate of fire would have been half, by the way, so that's not right either. So definitely missed. All right, because this is a different target than last time, I think. So secondaries, make sure I have the rate of fire. All right, so secondaries. I don't even think having physical sheets would have made me speed up this, by the way, y'all. Sorry. All right, so short range. Broad is 5, 6, -2, 4. So it's an FCS of 4. You got 6 by 5. Oh, this is medium range. Take that.
It's sort of interesting for your secondaries. You're probably not going to get through my armor, so I'm just going to get a whole swathe of twos against me.
An anomaly in this battle is that most of the machinery space's damage has been from non-penetrating hits.
Yeah, that's going to be negative on that. Let's see what I got. I'm just going down the secondaries here. That might have done it. So this guy's secondaries we need to check again.
Okay, how many rounds?
Tokiwa. That is medium range. Rate of fire 5. This 35 halved.
Okay, so 18 rounds. And what's the final FCS number?
It was 2, so it's horrible.
Oh. Well, that doesn't hit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's an impressively low number.
Yep.
This must be small guns.
Well, no, it's the fact that it's a secondary target. A change of target as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened. Really, that's what ultimately got me there more than anything. So this is nil. This is all taken care of. Lovely. That's all done.
Nice.
All right. Idzumo.
Yugoslavia is immune.
Sumo. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4.
What was that? The like the New Zealand in Jutland?
Yeah, I did
just
some
put on
good,
my
some
Maori
good voodoo job.
war
There
skirt.
you are.
You can't hit me.
I did some good voodoo on that. All right, so 5,000.
Hookapede.
5,000 primaries. You bugger. It's Sumo. Get that up here. That would be within short range, actually, for those 4x20 centimeter. All right, so that's a 7. Yeah, broadside 7, 8. So FCS 8. We're gonna have the rate of fire though. Rate of fire is 4 by 4, 16. So only 8 rounds though. 8 on the 8. 8 on the 8. And let me do that right now. 8 on the 8 would be a 25% chance. What do we get? This is gonna be my lucky day here. Of course not. Of course not. All right, so that's that. It's out of there. Now we are doing Nishin. Wait, secondaries. Let me just roll that real quick. Let's see how good it is. 18, not halved. We need to check that. So it's Zumo's secondaries.
All right. Let's run the numbers here.
What is your speed again? 13? Okay.
13.
Broad
Everything
is
on the board
35.
except the flotillas are in 10 to 18 bracket. Yeah.
So ups.
Slow boats.
Let's do that.
Imagine this with ballistic radars, FCS mechanical computers, and everybody going 30 knots and shooting at each other from 25,000 yards.
Yeah. I think I'm technically medium at this point, so it's rated fire 5, 5x3, 5x7, 35.
Lots of rounds. And FCS.
6.
FCS 6, 35 rounds. That is 1 hit for your first 20 rounds. And then you have a 37% chance for the last 15.
Okay. Here, let me do that chance real quick. So that was a miss on the other part. So
you have 1 hit.
And then
now we need to hit location.
It's in the, I think that's vertical.
And the vertical armor on this ship?
It's the Veliki, right?
Yes, correct.
Has a 7 for that.
And then these are secondary, so they're not going to get through there.
All right, so roll your class 2.
Class 2 damage is 49 on the class 2 against Veliki.
So what's that DE number?
Is a 220.
Okay. Permanent loss of communication to engine rooms. For the duration of the game, all changes in speed are checked for success by a roll, and you must roll 0 1 to 65 to actually change speed.
Awesome.
So you hit some bridge spaces and cut some cables.
All right, Nishin on Navrin. Let's just roll it for starters for primaries.
How many rounds?
Let's see, Nishin. That would be. Give me a second.
I think their ships are newer than ours. Some of ours are
short range 6, 7. So FCS of 7. Rate of fire it gets to 16.
That is 1 hit.
On which ship? Sorry.
Navrin.
Navrin.
Rolled an 05 for
that is horizontal. All right, which is horizontal penetration and horizontal protection.
Horizontal
so
penetration.
My protection is 2.
Horizontal penetration at medium. Nope, it's short range. It's 0. So no, don't get it.
Okay. Percentile for class 2.
All right, so that is 7 on the class 2 for Navarin.
You said 07?
I got 57.
57. Okay. And what's that DE number?
A 57 is a 224.
1 torpedo mount is out of action. Permanent. Roll to determine location.
How many
Okay.
do you
I have 6.
got? Okay.
Just roll a
So-
10-sider, ignore 720.
Six-sided.
Oh, there we go.
First one, whatever.
Right in the
First one.
bow.
That is my bow. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Have you ever, in a naval war game of this era, fired the torpedoes on your battleships?
If you are, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
I've had the possibility to do it in one of my Iron Bottom Sound games, and it never occurred to me. My Japanese battleships were close enough to scrape paint, and those fish just stayed in the tubes.
All right, so here
Even in World War II and the battle cruisers, I mean, the Hood was really a World War I design, but she had torpedo tubes.
Yeah, and they had mounts, and so lots of ships did.
all right, primary from the Fuji might hit Nakamov.
What have we rolled? How many rounds?
Hold on. Let me go to Fuji real quick. Primary from the Fuji. Let's check the range. This is here, 6,200, which would probably be medium. Let's go check that.
Yeah, it's over 6,000. On our ships, that makes it medium, yeah.
So it's medium. FCS starts at 5, goes to 6. Rate of fire makes it 8 rounds.
Okay, you would have an 18% chance of hitting.
I got it.
You got it. It's 1 hit.
1 hit.
And let's see if it's horizontal or vertical.
A 1.
It is horizontal, so now we have another class 2 to roll.
Yeah, very likely. All right, so 25, class 2 on Nakamov.
All right.
A 25 is a 207.
207. Damage to the forward, middle, or aft primary battery control system. Roll to determine which one. Affects you for 1 turn.
Let me roll it. Here, you said. All right.
Evens
I roll
odds. Okay.
The bow.
Yep.
Okay.
But if you have
That's
2 primary,
control.
you still have 1, so yeah.
Yeah, all right, well, that's kind of. We're good. All right. Let's look for secondary here. These guys are done. I'm going to check the Tsushima on Nikolai. Primaries. Let's see what I got for primaries. I don't think that's good enough.
Is it 35 or 25?
It's 25.
How many rounds? Yeah.
Tsushima, let's go look.
We are outside of effective range of each other. It's kind of funny. Although
Mhm.
hotter dice, more hits. So.
Let's see. Let's make sure we get the.
It's really dawning on me how badly we're outgunned, though.
We're under 6 here.
The Russians are terribly outgunned.
Under 6, so I actually get
Medium range.
short range, actually.
Oh,
Or
okay.
primary.
Short. I'm thinking you might have hit. What's your
9.
short
Yeah,
range?
I'm up to 9
How many rounds?
rounds. 8.
8 rounds. 28% chance. So you got a hit.
And this is
Vertical.
armor.
Penetration.
My penetration from Shikishima. On vertical short 11.
Okay,
Bam.
that's better than anything here. So that's a class 1 finally. All right,
Mhm.
percentile.
49 on
And
Nikolai.
sir, Nikolai Kosky.
Against the Nikolai
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
is a 145.
145. Bridge is destroyed. On a roll of 0, 1 to 35 on all following game turns, you must continue on the same course and same speed. Oh, that's the worst possible. I mean, look at the timing where that happened. And you've lost a DCR. That's going to lose us a ship in all likelihood. So, yeah, we have a DCR as well. All right. And then we got the last ship to ship fire is the Mikasa.
On Oprexon. So just
Oprexon.
no.
Nope.
So just that. Almost. No. It almost went to a 0-4, by the way.
That would have done it. Yeah.
All right. So we're done with all these.
Now you still have flotillas. Are there any other secondaries?
Well, yeah, we'll probably do secondary here. Right?
You do the flotillas on me, yeah. So, what is your number on a target going more than 18 knots?
All right, let's do it from the third. Let's do it from the third division here first. This will probably be worth. No. I'm looking at. Oh, okay. So 13% chance, right?
Is it the smaller of the two numbers?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, nope. And you do each, right?
Right.
Nope.
Which means you are incredibly better armed than we are.
Ooh, got one of them.
Okay.
So one hit.
So you're gonna roll. Right. All right. Now you're gonna roll on F2.
I get a 41 on the F2.
I must roll 0, 1 to 60 to roll torpedoes. I'm going to roll a 6-sided die and re-roll a 6. Where's that 6-sider? There we are. All right. It's the second ship.
Second ship needs a 1 to 60 to fire torps.
Right. Yep. All right. And now you have one more flotilla that can fire. 4 ships.
Here. Chance. Ooh. Oh my God, 1% off.
Okay.
Rolls, yeah. Let me verify. That's the 5th destroyer. I just want to make sure that it's written the same. It probably is. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Missed it by 1%. That's the first one at least. All right. So second guy. Nope. Third guy. Nope. Fourth guy. Nope. All right. So that's all that. Now we need to pull out the predictions.
Right. So I'm writing down what I gotta do distances here first, real quick. Let's see. These crappy weapons. All right.
So you're doing your predictions for this turn? What are you writing down?
I'm writing down what the torpedoes are firing. Yeah, the prediction for your next move. Yeah. All right. I'm ready, and I imagine you have a bunch of torpedoes going in the water. So, Aaron, you need to. Right. So what we're gonna do? We're not gonna say this. Then we're gonna write down what our ships are gonna do. You and Aaron, and then we determine what the torpedoes would be doing during the movement phase. And I think that's where we'll stop the game.
Yeah. But so I got to do the same.
Yeah. So Aaron, now you've got very, very, very high chance that you have torpedoes being fired at you. So you're going to want to write down and not tell Peter what the orders are to your 3rd battleship division for next turn. 2nd and 3rd.
All right, I'm going to go do mine as well.
Yeah. Oh, crap. I came through that better than I thought I would. I thought for sure you would fire all your secondaries on my flotilla. And then Aaron's doing the right thing. If he can get the light cruisers forward, he can stop the other flotillas more effectively. They're much better suited to sinking flotillas.
Yeah, we're in an interesting predicament right there.
Rozesvensky. I have to look him up. I think there's one of your successful Russian commanders before Tsushima.
Not that it really matters, but I'm pretty sure I didn't find the Aurora or the Donsky or whatever this time. But not that it really matters.
Oh, the other light cruisers?
Yeah, I think we just did the Oleg.
Well, if we're calling it, they're beating up the flotilla that already fired. So yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Won't affect the. Yeah, we were so excited about those 56 rounds from the Minchuk. Yeah,
That's quite impressive. That's
yeah, yeah. After firing 4 rounds per ship, it just shows you how quickly things are evolving. And these are basically the equivalent of the Moskva. They look good, but they're obsolete.
All right. Do we want to know what the predictions
Aaron,
are here?
have you done your? So you've done your predictions. Aaron, did you give your orders, whether to go straight or turn or whatever, to your battleship divisions?
I did, yes.
Okay.
And just before you do that, right, you can give orders to individual ships.
Right. So they don't have to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
All
let's start with mine because it's simple. There's
All right.
only 2 ships, and I'm about to find out if it's 1 or 2 ships. Here we go.
All right. Should I tell you my?
Okay. Well, there are 2 ships fish in the water. The target is the Nishin because the only thing I can close enough to.
Okay.
And I predicted you would go straight ahead.
I did port 40.
Okay. So that's doctrine turned into the thing. So now each of the ships within 5 inches have a chance of a single torpedo. So now you determine how many ships that is. That's 5 inches is quite generous. That's a lot of ships.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is with this danger space.
Really,
it's very
that's
close.
like this, really.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So all these ships.
Right. So it's going to be
like,
one roll on each. Yeah.
And then what is the percent chance?
Well, we got to figure that out. So torpedo hit probability is based on your speed and your length. So let's just go down the list.
So
you're all
Fuji through here pretty much took you.
Everybody's doing more than 13 knots, right?
Yes.
Okay. The range is under 3,000, which I think really exaggerates the chance that somebody would get hit. So I think, yeah, the fact that I fired straight at your line, it puts ships in harm's way, I think, are really far-fetched.
Well, it should be within what the House ruling, I think, really should be within a certain arc, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
right. So I'm firing at the Nishin, so I'm firing basically my starboard 60.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Like that. I would think that area of harm, right? Or area would be like that.
It's only moving twice as fast as your ships. So I would say
probably
we really let's completely ignore everyone that is
these guys.
If he's to the port of where my ships are pointed, it's clearly impossible. I mean, let's not roll for those. Let's just roll for the ones within 5. Yeah, and I don't know that we do anything with the flotillas. So, yeah.
I mean,
it would be those 4 ships make sense to me.
All right, that's fine.
So, all right. So, because the chance is going to be relatively high because I'm firing from so close. Now, what is the length of the Nishin? Because we're going to go down the line here, the length of the ships. Yeah.
mission is.
I mean, these are actually
Where are
pretty
you?
serious chances of a hit.
357.
Okay, so this is a 19% chance.
No.
Nope. Next ship in line.
Zuma.
Okay. I just need
Hold
lengths. Yeah.
New length is 434 on that one.
Okay, it's a 24% chance. Nope.
No.
Next ship in line.
Atsuma. What you got?
Nope.
Okay.
And then the last one.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I got a hit. Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, that would be a hit then.
Oh, and these guys behind, I would say just the Ottawa would have a chance of hitting as well. So
you got one more
Yep.
more torp that would possibly do it.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the chance on this one?
It
No,
missed.
it's
Okay.
not. All right,
So we have just the Tokiwa has been hit by a Class I torpedo. All right. Now let's see if it's a dud. This would suck. Is that a 16 or a 10? I can't read it. Oh,
it was a 16.
Sorry. Okay. Oh my God. It was 15% chance of a dud. Okay. So,
Jeez.
all right. So now we have a GHI contact torpedo. So this is a single damage effect. So now I gotta remember.
So here's the thing. Did you count the fact that was narrow?
Initial targets of 30 degrees or less, read one row down. So it still was a hit.
Okay,
because it went down to 19.
Yeah,
it was a 19%
I just want to make
chance,
sure.
and I rolled an 06. Yeah.
So
you have taken a
class 1.
Class 1T, and I got to remember how we do. Oh, that's right. So now you're going to roll on Class 1, and then we will check the T line and the damage effects. Actually, I'll roll it. That's right. Okay.
And then I tell
damage location is 39. 39. Okay.
Is what? Wait, hold on. I got to tell you that one.
Yeah.
Second.
Some 100 effect. Yeah.
What you got? You got 39 is a 122.
Okay. Progressive loss of power systems due to flooding. On each of the following 3 game terms rolled, determine status according to the following. Turn 1 on a roll of 0-1 to 65. Yes. Loss of power to all main battery guns in sections 1 through 3. Out of action for the duration of the game. Shall I roll the other 2 turns now?
I don't even think we're going to get to there, right?
Yeah, let me just roll them. See if they happen. Second turn. Yes. Loss of power to all main battery guns in section 7 through 9. Out of action for the duration of the game. So you have 2 large blocks where there is no fire. No firing your guns. And third turn, we have an 85% chance. Yes. 2 DCR. So he would take 2 DCR in addition. That's a fresh ship, though, basically, right?
Right, but it's still very damaging, of course.
All right, now wreck our battle line, because you have a lot of fish in the water, right?
Well, here we only have 4.
Okay.
Right? Because
and
of the 2 ships.
What was your prediction?
Okay, hold on. For these front, the prediction from 1-1 was, let me look at my sheet so I'm honest here.
Yep.
I was targeting Nikolai, and it was an NC, or no change.
And what is the Nikolai doing?
Port 60.
Okay.
So that's not. So these 2.
For those 2, it's going to be, we'll do the 5-inch area. I wonder if it's supposed to be 5 centered on the fire? That would make more sense. It would only be 2.5 in both directions. But
so I would think these 3 or these 2.
Yeah, no, let me read how it's written, because we are ending up with a ton of things in ARC. All right. Nearby ships. 2,500 yards at the center of a ship. That's what we're doing it right. 5 inches on either side.
Of the center of the target.
Oh, by the way, it is 1/2 of the normal probability. So I still hit barely, just like you did. It was not 24, it was 12. So it went from 19 to 10. So yes, we did it correctly, but
it was a really small percent chance. But
it was a 10% chance. I was thinking these are way too high, but that makes total sense.
Are you thinking that these 4
That would make sense to me. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then how far can your torpedoes run?
They can run up to 2,000.
Okay. So that's the other thing. Out to that 2,000. Let me see if there's anything about torpedoes
Well,
hitting
there's
flotillas. I don't think there is anything.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the only thing saving you from yourself. Yes. Right. Now in Sea Krieg, you could torpedo yourself all day with destroyers. So all right, cool.
What's my? Let's go to the percent chance of hitting.
Okay.
These.
So Aaron, you're going to need to give us the lengths of those ships as we go down.
So
this.
we're looking at the Navarin first.
The Navarin is 358. Is that right?
Navarin, 358 feet. So speed's 13 to 22 knots, range is under 3,000. So normally you would be a 19% chance. So you have a 10% chance. No. Okay.
Now
Next
we're on the Nakamov.
Yeah.
So honestly,
Oslavia. Oh, that's right. You're at the back of the. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
The Nakamov is 333.
So it's 10%. Yeah. That 06 was a lucky roll.
Oh my.
Yep.
Very close.
Yeah.
Close, but no cigar here. All right. So Nikolai, we don't do because that was the target, right? And then Apraxin, I'm assuming 10% as well. Let's just.
Apraxin is 286 feet. So yes.
That's definitely not hit. So these guys did not hit anything.
Okay.
All right. So now we're checking. No, that was everybody. All right.
There was a second ship. We only calculated.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So you have 2 fish from the second ship. What was the target?
The target was Nikolai, and I said P30.
So how close to predictions? Just starboard port. I think
P30,
you got it.
I think I got it.
Yeah, you got it. So now you're going to roll the full chance to hit.
All right.
Which is 19 for both of your fish.
Individually?
Yeah,
Yes.
both of them have a chance to hit.
Okay, so here's the first torp.
Miss.
That ain't much better.
Yeah.
You might as well just put it into a line, and you're almost as good just getting it in the middle of a line, right?
The only good thing from my standpoint is that these are tiny torpedoes. You come in here with long lance,
right, so
get it with 3,000 yards and fire long lances.
So now we basically do what we just did as well. 10% chance.
No, you were accurate. So the fish.
Oh, yeah. So that's even worse, right?
Well, let me see what it says. I think you still do something with those torpedoes. Let's see. Any portion of the ship models, yeah. I think you still roll for all the possibilities because both of them are still available. So that's going to be the 10% again on the same set of targets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it absolutely right. Yeah.
All right. So then that's obviously a miss. That's.
Oh! We got a hit.
Nakamov.
All right, Nakamov. All right. Give us a hit. Okay. Oh, actually, roll again. Just to see if it's a dud.
Is this just one?
That's the first hit, yeah.
But it's just one torpedo, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is to see if it's a dud. Not a dud. All right. Now we have one Class 1T. Roll the location for that.
That's 56.
56 on the, what's this, the Nakamov, right?
Nakamov.
All right. What DE number is that, sir?
56.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I do with that? That's class one.
Class one,
is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
125.
All right. You have heavy flooding. Randomized whether it's port or starboard. No gun batteries. May fire next turn. Loss of 2 DCR. We need one more roll.
So
Yep. Loss of one boiler room or engine room. Randomize which. Let's say odds is engine room. Yep. You have lost an engine room. Probably can no longer go 13 knots.
and he's got the 2 DCR, right? But we
Yeah.
wait until
At the end, we resolve that. Yeah. Nakhimov.
The speed drops to 9.
Yep. Ouch. You sure get easier to torpedo when you're going that slow.
Had any left, which we kind of do up here, but I saved my. So then we got to get the predictions from here, right?
Sure.
All right, so let me start with the first one in line there.
I did better than I thought I would, given the tiny range of my torpedoes.
So your
torpedoes are class H or I, right?
Let me look.
Yeah, it's important. Otherwise, I've been underselling the damage. That's the other thing you get. Like, yeah, you get class C torpedoes in with magnetic contacts, and then you can do 5 in a turn in a single hit.
All right, so now predictions from the first was Nikolai no change, so that didn't hit. But which ones do you think I have from here?
Okay, you were shooting at Nikolai. Well, I think it'd be the whole, like right those 4.
That's it, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just roll it. See if.
Okay. It's 3,000, so it's the same thing. It's the 10%. Yeah.
Skipping that one because that was the target.
Oh, what was your prediction off?
Yeah, it was off for this one.
Okay.
For this guy, it was off.
Okay.
And then that was a miss there, and then we got one more here, and that was a miss. Okay. So that's done for them.
Right.
Now,
because they don't hit the flotilla.
The second prediction was actually accurate. It was Nikolai P30.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now you're rolling those 2 19% chances on the Nikolai.
The first torpedo. Oh, that was so close. Did you see that?
I saw that. Oh,
all
God.
Right, it's the second one.
Woohoo!
All right, so it's no hit. But then
and now we have the misses, yeah. No.
Individual chances.
Yep. And that's 10%.
One hit.
Fish going everywhere.
Oh, well, that was close too.
I saw that, yeah.
All right. Here's this guy. That got it.
Woohoo!
Got to knock him off.
All right, roll for dud.
Oh, that was almost a dud. Did you see that too?
And roll location. All right, Nakhimov.
88.
88 on the class 1s.
Is a 111.
111. Yeah, let's see what we got here. One primary battery turret or gun mount is out of action permanent. Roll determine location, and then we have an additional roll.
A roll of 10.
Oh, you're determining the location of the...
Yes,
it's the front turret?
Bows.
Yep, all right, and give me a percentile. $42. Yes. Okay. We have a ready-use ammo fire in a turret or gun mount. This turret, okay. This must be an additional turret or gun mount because the other one was already primary. So roll determine location. This can be a secondary.
9.
So 9. All right. So whatever's in the
ninth from the bow.
I think we ignore a 9 because there's. Oh yeah, no. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. So the starboard rear, which is usually a secondary, you have a fire.
I have no. The ship has no secondaries.
Okay. All right. Well, then it'll be the rear turret.
And then what do we roll for that? Sorry.
It doesn't say the intensity of the fire. which I would expect. So it must just be a single. It must have just burned the turret out. So that that turret's out, and you lose
I
a
don't think there's a
DCR.
concept of fire in this game.
Okay. Oh, there we go. That's easier. There are. Yeah. All right. That's torpedoes. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Sea Krieg, you actually like fight fires.
Mm.
So anyway, you lost a DCR. So that's the effect.
Okay.
And there was a DCR from the torpedo. Yeah.
Yes, I got that.
Torpedoes automatically cause 1 DCR. So yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
So there's one more from the first torpedo.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. There we are. Okay. Ouch.
What about this guy when he got hit?
He took a hit and took a DCR. So yeah, he's at 2. Right. All right. Is that all the fish?
Well, there would have been the 3rd and 4th prediction. Now,
Okay.
would they? I mean, again, they were coming like this for the next movement turn, so I'm assuming they will be. See, that's the thing.
Now they got to go straight. After
Right?
this, yeah.
They would have, because that's what their orders were. So I'm assuming I can.
You fire and then you go forward as you're firing the fish. Yeah.
All right. Well, then that doesn't really. These aren't going to hit then. These
Well,
two back here.
We don't have fine grained detail in arcs. I think you just fire them, and then they just have to. They'll split off from the flotilla leader.
Let's just make sure I'm still in range here.
Yeah,
that's within 2.
Yep.
Okay, this guy might be out of range. I think he's out of range.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
All right, but
you have to be able to.
But we need to roll for these guys. Now I can't remember what his prediction is. Let me go look.
Yeah.
His prediction was Aprixum. No change.
And Apraxin is turning to the port, right?
All right, so that
Correct.
doesn't.
So now you're gonna, you'll go down the line with the 10s again, and I think it's
these 4.
Those 4 makes sense to me. Yeah.
minus that one. So let me start with knock them off. We can always get lucky. All right. Now
Exactly.
Nikolai.
All these rolls, some of them are gonna be hits, as you see.
Ooh, that's a hit.
That's your 4th torpedo hit. All right, and roll for dud. If these are bigger torpedoes, even World War I torpedoes, these ships would already be sinking. Not a dud. All right, location. And we got one more fish to resolve, right?
Yes.
So they still keep doing the Israel. Okay, 45. What's that DE number?
Against which ship? Sorry.
Nikolai.
And add a DC, because that's automatic.
Yep, you're right.
And sorry, what did you roll?
45.
I have 45.
That's a 132.
132. Use DE 126T. Heavy flooding in 1 engine room. Oh dear. The engine room is permanently out of action. Temporary loss of power to primary battery guns in 1 section. Roll to determine. And they may not fire for the next 2 game turns. And one more roll, please.
Give me 1 second. One more roll.
Nope.
I think that's we got one more roll for.
Yeah.
Here.
So that was to see if you also knocked out a boiler room. Anyway, we have that.
Oh, for this one.
That battleship division is slow to a crawl.
All right, that was a miss for the other
Okay.
one. So.
Oof. And then we got we got 2 DCRs, 2 DCRs for the Japanese, and a zillion for us to roll.
Yes. Hold on. Where was that hit? Here.
Oh, 3 DCRs. Yeah, that's right.
Right
so
here.
let's
This
do
one's
your.
3.
Yeah.
This one's 3. You mean? Okay.
No, that one's 2. I think we did it correct.
Yep.
Because you took one from the torpedo and 1 from the damage effect, right? And then you also have 1 on the 4th ship in the battleship line.
Mm-hmm.
So start rolling, sir.
So Asahi, and I think that would be Aaron probably rolling this, but hold on, let me get Asahi.
Well, you should roll your class 3s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. All right, 59 on Asahi. Class 3, 59. It's a 317.
317. All primary and secondary battery mounts in 1 section may be out of action due to structural damage, determined by current DCR status. If you are above 50% chance,
Above.
roll again. Not too
83.
far.
I rolled an 83, so I'm assuming.
That doesn't apply. Okay.
Alright.
Now you have two, class 3s to roll on the Takawa.
2 or 3?
Two class 3s.
2 series. All right, so then it is 53 on Tokyo. What did I roll? I rolled 316.
Severe structural damage. You are above 0 DCR, so you're not sinking.
Mm-hmm.
Now we turn this into a 126. So I'll read 126. I think we were just at the 126. Okay, heavy flooding in one engine room. That engine room is permanently out of action. Temporary loss of power to primary battery guns in one section. Roll to determine section. And we have one more roll.
Just this is for the which one?
Okay.
7 on that would be.
So that's the battery or section. Yeah.
All right, hold on. And which one? This is for the against primary or secondary?
It
It would be my.
says primary battery guns. Yes.
All right, so geez, that would be the stern turret then.
Okay. And now you have one more percentile roll. One more percentile roll.
Oh, I'm just typing something. All right.
That's
75.
Oh, darn. Okay. That's done.
Anything left?
That's it. All right. So now
Right.
we're on to the Nakamov and the Nikolai. Aaron, which ship do you want to do first?
Let's do the Nakamov, the one with 4.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be 4 class 3 rolls. First one.
Sorry, 4 class 2 or 4 class 3 rolls?
3.
Okay.
Roll them up.
Want me to roll?
For me or
That you're rolling them. Yeah. They're your
Really?
your general
I
damage
thought-
effects.
I thought Peter would like the would like the
Yeah, I would've
the
thought
joy
that.
of doing it against me.
Well, up to you guys.
All right, here, I'll just roll. So how many? Here's the
It-
first one.
Yeah. There will be 4. Yeah.
22.
All right. Now, Aaron, you need to look on the class 3
Is-
column.
Is a 310.
310. For ships having suffered DE 102, 122, 125, or 126. Has that happened to you?
No.
125. Yes, it has.
It has on that ship.
Yep.
125.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you should check off the one you're taking as you go when you take damage. All right. We're saying yes for that one, right? We're sure?
Yeah, it's on the
Okay.
model.
Collapse of watertight bulkheads causes flooding. You are above 50% DCR before this damage.
Correct.
So you've lost 2 more knots of speed. That's the effect. So on to the second DE. Percentile? 22.
Same again.
Okay. Are you still above 50% DCR?
Yes.
Okay, you've lost 2 more knots of speed. And roll again.
We're on the third one.
Yep.
Get a 71.
Is nothing actually.
Okay. And then the last one.
Is a 10.
A 10 is a 305.
Structural and power distribution damage. There will be an additional roll. And you're still above 50% DCR?
Yes.
Okay.
43.
No additional effect. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna roll down the Nikolai. We're on the first one.
Yep.
We're gonna-
Nikolai. We have an 89.
Is a 307.
Primary and secondary battery mounts in one or more sections are out of action due to structural damage, as determined by current DCR status. And we'll determine location. We are above 50% of original, so percentile.
Wait, hold on. This is the location 3.
Okay. All right. So,
And then a percentile is 25.
oh, you lucky dog. That section is out of action.
So whatever that.
Yeah. Front.
All right,
yeah. Bow, starboard, out of action. Duration of game. Okay.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. That's my only gun.
There you go. I got an O2 on that one.
2.
Sounds horrible.
An O2 is a 304.
Have you suffered a 116 or 126 on this ship?
No, he has not.
No effect? That's disappointing. An 01 should be horrifying.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
Does Secret do that as well? Do they have cumulative like that?
There are a lot of things where your current damage tier changes the severity of damage effects, yeah. All right.
Right, but yeah.
Number 3.
It's the last one. 29.
Is a 3-on-3.
Shipboard fire. Loss of power to all weapons in forward sections or aft sections. Roll to determine.
You mean no weapons that I actually have in the forward section?
Yeah, we are.
Exactly. You have
All
a
right.
burning hulk of a burning hulk.
It's the aft. All right, so
All right.
you no longer can fire the weapons in the aft of the ship. And
I actually have no weapons in the aft of the ship.
okay. Well, it doesn't matter if it's permanent or not then, but we would roll to see if it was permanent. So all that damage is permanent at this point? You sure?
Wow.
I'm asking if he's sure it's permanent. Because a lot of stuff's temporary damage.
For which one? What are you asking?
The last damage effect. Are you sure all the guns in the aft?
I don't think he has one in the aft anymore.
I never had any guns in the aft.
Oh, right, because you're a casemate ship. Okay. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I have
You
one
lucked
turret.
out.
I have one turret in the bow.
The crudity and antiquity of your ship has saved you from a fire. All right. So, to summarize what we've learned here, the flotillas, if they're lucky, could determine this battle. They have really screwed up the 2nd and 3rd battleship divisions of the Russians. You've got 2 ships that can't make 10 knots anymore, right?
These two guys.
I have indeed.
Nakamov and Nikolai.
So I'm thinking that means with the other Japanese flotillas and with the gunnery superiority, at this point, they can't get away. My 1st battleship division might just make a runner once the battleship the battle develops, because they're okay, but these other divisions are now outgunned and facing a lot more torpedoes. So I think we're going to have a pretty historical result, other than the newest Russian battleships might actually be able to turn and sail away.
I think that's a reasonable hogwash.
Mm-hmm. But wow, that was neat, and I got to say, it makes me want to play more Admiral of the Fleet. I'm really. It
also makes me want to play Secret more.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm really interested to see how Admiral of the Fleet feels with World War II. So
sure,
something like River Plate or Denmark Strait or something that we've always played with Sea Krieg. It would be really to play that with Admiral of the Fleet. As a matter of fact, I have been thinking about for Sea Krieg. I want to do Denmark Strait with the British having the option of using the cruisers, because as you know, they just stood off in the battle, which is a terrible mistake.
What I suggest,
yeah.
I almost suggest that people play this game before they're like maybe a week or 2 ahead of when they're going to play Sea Krieg, because I think this game prepares you for what to do for SK5.
Right. Yeah, and then you just you have to remind that new.
I don't
player,
think there's that much. I mean, I feel like there's.
Yeah, the big things: pay more attention to changing targets and over concentration, because those rules are tighter, and be prepared to do a little bit of math when you use torpedoes, because you're actually giving them a vector, and you're actually doing some multiplication. They've done the log tables for it, which is great, because it used to be there was like a nice LaTeX formula in the Sea Krieg 4 rules, and they've improved that quite a lot. I'm
gonna save this real quick just so we have it. So yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, we could keep going if we had the
Yeah.
the will, but I think we're finding out how this battle's going to turn out. So I really appreciate
Very
you hosting
informative.
this. This is
Yeah, it's
awesome.
very good.
Yeah.
Fun. Very good. Very good game. Very good
All
game.
right.
Thank you very much
It's
for inviting me.
It's definitely my go-to for pre-dread and dread at this point.
Well, it's been a pleasure sailing with you.
Yep.
And defending the Empire.
All
Nice
right.
to know it was as poorly managed then as it is now.
All right, everybody. Have a go.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.